Hey YouTube, it's Annabelle. So, this weekend was the first of a whole bunch of busy weekends. And I just have a little rant that I just needed to get out and needed to talk to somebody about. So I just figured I'd do a vlog on it. Okay, so some people are just rude, absolutely rude, and it drives me absolutely nuts. Okay, so this weekend we had one of my family members got married, so we went down. So it was a big family bash, and there was people from out of state there, which I was surprised to see, but it was all good and great. Got to see a bunch of people, got to talk to a bunch of people, but the thing that makes me mad is when people who don't live your life, think that they can make comments or say something, when they maybe see you once a year. And, this year we had another wedding, with this family, 5 months ago? It was something like that. 5 months ago. So, everyone got to see my daughter 5 months ago, and they got to see her this weekend. And it was, comment after comment. And it just got on my nerves, because, with my family and, the disagreements that, certain people have with, how I choose to live my life, if people make digs at me, it's okay, whatever, I can blow them off. It's fine, I get over it, most of the time, not every time. But when you say stuff about my daughter, that's when I get mad. And it's so uncalled for. Most of the people who had made comments have at least 3 or 4 kids themselves. So they know how kids are, and it's not like she was bad or anything. But it was just, by saying stuff about her, they, were intentionally, and it was intentional, trying to make me feel bad as a mom. And I absolutely hate it. I hate it. Because the decisions that I have made are for the greatest well-being and benefit, and works better with our lifestyle. All of that has been for my family. Any decisions that we've made, we've been troubleshooting in a few areas, and we figure it out. Trial and error, we figure it out. But it's just people have such a high opinion about cloth diapers, but they've never done them themselves, and they only know how they were before. And so it drives me nuts when people, make comments about them. We had an accident with our cloth diapers. Her leg was, really moved over or whatever. Well, so there was, a little gap there. And her cloth diaper, there was literally, a little gerbil on the floor. And it's just oh my gosh, the one time that has ever happened, and it was just how she was sitting. It's okay, really? But, and how she eats, and how she acts, she's a baby, and everybody should know that. One of the things that she was doing is she loves to stand and she loves to rock and stuff. Well, what she was doing was she was had her mouth wide open and she was going, ah, and that's all she was doing. So she wasn't mad, she wasn't crabby. She wasn't crabby all day. She cried before we left because we were trying to keep her up, because we had a very long car ride. So we didn't want her to sleep, so she would sleep in the car. But that's the only time she cried all day. She didn't cry in church, she didn't cry at the reception. But I don't know. and you really have to know my family, because we all grew up in generally the same way, and we were all taught generally the same manners, generally the same social skills, that kind of stuff. But when people do, like, mean things in a passive-aggressive, intentional way, that drives me nuts. And especially, like, people can say whatever they want about me. Like, really, you can say whatever you want. I know that I'm okay. And that even though you say stuff, like, I'm not going to see you anytime soon, so whatever. You do whatever you want. But when people say stuff about my daughter and, like, how she is or whatever, when she is being fabulous and good, like, it makes me just feel bad. It just does. But, so it'll probably be another couple days before I'm over this, because I'm still a little bit mad, because she is the most beautiful thing, and she is such a good baby, and it just drives me nuts when people try to ruin that. But yeah, so we have more stuff next weekend, with a different family, so everything should go wonderful this next weekend. And then we're going out of state the following weekend, and we have a long weekend that weekend, and I know we're doing something the next weekend, but now I can't remember. But yes, we got lots of stuff, and we're hitting holiday season, so very exciting. So anyway, so that was kind of my weekend and how it went. Didn't go very well. I felt really bad, like, I don't know. Like, my self-esteem took a punch this weekend, so I'm going to slowly get over that, I guess. But yeah. I know. Hi. Alrighty. Well, anyway, so that's my little rant about this weekend. I'm sorry if it was boring, and I hope everybody understood it. Like, so I'm not going to say exactly what people said, because it was so ridiculous. Like, it's not even worth repeating. But yeah, anyways, y'all have a wonderful day. Bye, guys.